As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
Okay, let's take a look at this situation here. Married to a narcissist. Okay. I had my door shut, which means I'm recording. I ask everyone in the house to not come in during those times. Obviously, my boundaries aren't respected other than I'm available 24/7. He comes in pretending he cares about our daughter's sports schedule when he really just wants to annoy me and keep me from having any time to do things I enjoy. Right. So he basically hates you. He comes in the room to antagonize you, to keep you away from anything that you enjoy doing. Why can't it just be that he's looking for the daughter's sports schedule? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Okay, it just says location instead. No time either. Oh, see, this is stuff that I don't know because you hide it from me. And you're like, oh, you don't know anything that's going on.
I didn't hide anything. How
How
am I
tell me
hiding?
about it? I gotta come in and see it.
Horrible feeling comes over me just thinking about how he treats me. You can see it on my face. He makes me feel sick. He has been harassing me all morning. So him inquiring is harassment. Remember, he didn't yell. He was a little annoyed, but that's it. From that interaction, she feels sick. Wow. I pray for you, brother.
So I start school next week. I'm so excited. I have to wear scrubs. My husband cracked a joke today, narcissistic husband, and he said, you know why a queen is the best playing piece on the board? Because the board looks like a kitchen floor. Starting school is going to be so much fun for me. Pray for me. I'm going to need prayers. It's going to be sabotaged with not being a stay-at-home mom anymore. It will 1,000% be sabotaged. I'm going to have a lot of strength right now. It's going to be okay. But he's such a misogynistic man. Like, he really thinks I shouldn't do anything with my life except stay home and cater to him. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure I don't make it through school and finish.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Which is why all your support on this app is so amazing. So thank you. Again, I'll say thank you forever for your support and love. As like I said, I need it desperately.
All right, guys and girls, everybody, please send her love and support. She's going to need it because she is the biggest victim. A victim of what? I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Her husband afforded her the luxury of being a stay-at-home mom. And how is he being rewarded? Well, he's being recorded without his consent, embarrassed for the whole world to see, called misogynist, and made him look like a person that was trying to sabotage her future. What's the point of being a provider male if it's just going to be weaponized against you? They hate going 50-50, but at the same time, they feel trapped when provided for. Make it make sense. Not every woman deserves provisioning. If she's not grateful for it, just run for the hills. She will never be satisfied. Let's take a look at the comment section. Don't tell him anything. Move in silence. Right. Great advice to sabotage your own relationship. Don't tell him when any big exams are or big days at school, because he will probably make your night before not fun. So you got the impression off of just one interaction between them in the house that he doesn't love her, he's out to sabotage her just because she said so. Man, you guys make the worst detectives. Start school as divorce attorney instead. They love breaking up homes. Divorce, babes, divorce. Just off of that one interaction, they're calling for divorce. Wow. I'm confused. Why not divorce? Whoa. Whoa. The less he knows, the better. They love keeping secrets apparently, but then they want you to be open. That's crazy. Back up all your assignments. I would suggest creating a secret email. Send all your assignments to it. Mine broke my laptop with all my schoolwork on it. I bet she's leaving out the part where she was a cheater or something. On to the next one.
Just a reminder that this is what 25 looks like. With Botox between my eyebrows, filler, a nose job, my teeth got done.
We do not care.
What is the competition? I look good, so I don't really give a fuck. I'd rather die hot than live ugly, you know what I mean? Just a reminder that this is what 20...
Okay, so we heard everything she had to say there. For me, something about plastic surgery seems wrong. For one, it doesn't look good when you get older. Second, it seems as if it's also addicting. You get one procedure and then it leads you down a rabbit hole of where you might end up looking botched in the end. It also seems as there's a certain type of girl that considers these procedures. It's a spirit of immaturity, a live now, cry later nature. She said she'd rather die hot than live ugly. I guess the BBL comes next? There's no amount of compliments you can give to her to make her feel good about how she actually looks. And that will make her dating life very difficult in the future. Let's take a look at the comment section. And you do look great, slay queen. Period. Laughing face. I'm screwed. Rather die hot than live ugly. I literally love you. As you can see, the whole comment section is basically cheering her on. Nobody telling her the truth. Nobody steering her in the right direction. Another episode of Blind Leading the Blind. On to the next.
You slept with him early on in a relationship and now you haven't heard from him in 3 days. You might be starting to feel a little bit used. Hold on to that feeling, and this is how you're going to make sure that never happens again. There is no such thing as casual intimacy. Like it or not, it has a huge impact on our psyche, and that's why you're trying to key his cards right now. Before you rush to go put baby oil on his steps, think about this. How could you ever feel used if you had actually wanted that interaction and you were comfortable with knowing whatever that came out of it afterwards, even if it was nothing, would have been fine because you were there for that intimate experience and that only. You only feel used because it's something that you thought would be leveraged to get something you want. You're not in that dream relationship, so you blame him. As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
This is why it's so easy for sociopathic people to manipulate you, because false promises leads to you wanting to please them. He gets the intimacy he wanted while you get 12 seconds of disappointment while risking pregnancy and STDs. Women think that they can be like men and do it casually, but they end up crying to me. The newspapers call me an ultra-conservative for this line of thinking, but I'm just being logical. You slept with him early on in a relationship.
I thought she was going into victim mode at the start there, but she didn't. So she is right though. How can you feel used when you both had a good time? Ladies, men don't owe you nothing for sex. If you thinking that you sleeping with him gives you leverage, you're absolutely wrong. At that point, he has all the leverage now because he got what he wanted already. If you like him and want to build on something bigger, get commitment first and then have relations. If relations were had first, you must provide value to him immediately, right after. Cook, clean, do something, or you're just going to be considered a one-night stand? Let's take a look at the comment section. Celibacy is the best. Yes, it is the best, but can you hold out? Baby oil on steps. Yeah, you'll be doing a couple years. Oh, I love this. Thank you. Very insightful. Yeah, I give it credit. Nah, it exists. It can be truly casual. Vast majority of people are lying to themselves about their goals, though. Yeah, they're just not being honest, you know? If you want commitment from this person, just say it outright. Don't try to trick them into commitment by giving them relations. That just doesn't make any sense. On to the next.
I'm an S worker and people always get surprised when I say I wouldn't recommend anyone doing it. This isn't just in-person work. There's so many downsides to the online industry that influencers don't talk about. If you're thinking about doing it, it should be after you've exhausted every other avenue. It shouldn't just be solely motivated by money. Like, I feel like you have to somewhat have the S worker gene inside you. It's something that you have to go into fully understanding what the cost will be. Knowing that even if there's no money involved, it comes naturally to you. I forgot to take off my pimple patches. Ow. When I was with clients back to back or making videos with like people that I barely knew, it definitely did damage to my mental health. A lot of the time I'd dissociate. I'd just end up dissociating for a full day and it would end up creeping into my day-to-day life. Like, I'd be in my head a whole lot more and it was harder to be present. And I was definitely more like detached from friends at that time. Even when you're safe and you get to choose like the clients that you work with or people that you work with and like you totally feel in control. Best case scenario, it's emotionally taxing, and worst case, it's soul destroying. Doesn't matter how polite or kind they are, on some subconscious level, it does still affect you. You're getting validation in the sense where like they're paying you all this money and they're complimenting you, like you're getting attention online. Will tell you how beautiful you are, whatever. Like, it's nice to be desired, but it's so superficial at the end of the day. Being seen as an object after a while, it's isolating. Put way too much of this on. I've had some tough experiences in my life and had mental health issues a lot of my life, so I feel like that's made me desensitized and be comfortable in those situations. If I hadn't had those experiences, I don't think I'd be equipped to do this job. Over time, it wears you down, and if you don't check up on yourself, you're going to end up crashing out. Damn, I forgot my sunscreen. I'm fortunate enough to be able to take time off. Like, some SWs don't get that luxury. We're a lot further on in SW rights than we were even just 5 years ago, but there's still so much stigma behind it. You have to go into it accepting that this will affect your future prospects. If you're putting that content out in the world, like, you can't take that back. I used to do money counts on my page and I changed my content like as my platform grew. I didn't want people scrolling through TikTok and be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Look how much money she made, and not realize like what I actually had to do to get that money. Like, I did talk about the downsides, but not everyone scrolls through and watches every video. With online work, like, there is potential for stalkers. I guarantee that most women who have put themselves out there online like that have had their own story about some sort of stalker. In person, it doesn't matter how many safety measures you go through. Like, at the end of the day, you're alone in a room with a man. For me, the good outweighs the bad, but everyone is different and not everyone's going to have the same experience. I know my limits now, but that didn't come overnight. I'm going to go help clean up the beach today.
So that was a f***ing lie.
It's turtle hatching season soon, and there's still so much plastic and debris on the beach from the cyclone. Bye, guys. I'm an S worker, and people always get surprised.
With all the warnings and everything she said, there will be millions of girls that join sex work regardless. In the next 10 years, though, there'll be a good amount of videos like this out there, describing the dangers and the damage that OnlyFans and sex work has caused them. The inevitable reality of their choices will hit like a brick wall. For most, though, instead of taking accountability, they'll blame it on men. It'll be like the drug dealer blaming the drug user. The majority will not make it when their looks fade and the money dries up. It's the harsh truth of when you're going against the grain. Let's take a look at the comment section. I'm terrified for Bonnie Blue. Oh, well, she made her choices. And honestly, she's a whole different type of animal. I think she's built for this thing. Not interested in being the sex worker, but I'm obsessed with watching you. Why? Don't you have any other role models you can watch? Thanks for being realistic and not glamorizing the industry. Young girls see the money and often don't realize what it actually costs. No, I think they know what it costs, but they are in this short-sighted, live now, cry later attitude. They know what they're getting into, but they want to play victim after. On to the next.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. Is it the media that's been leading you? I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.